Hey, good morning, everybody. Listen, welcome back to the channel, and thank you so much for your support. Listen, y'all, before I get into this video, I want to let you know that I have 2 new video uploads. I'm keeping my eyes on the road. I have 2 new video uploads. Please make sure you watch them and listen to them. Some very, I feel like, good information to know concerning the thing. Okay, so if you haven't already watched that, please make sure you check it out. There's a part 1 and part 2. My first video cut off, my phone had too much memory, and so I had to make a part 2. Okay, now I want to talk about in this video, I want to give you another update regarding the migrant crisis. Okay, we've talked about what's happening at our US-Texas border and what is also occurring. I did a recent video to talk about what's occurring at our US-Canadian border. Okay, make sure you check those videos out, as well as my migrant coverage playlist. But listen, y'all, this news comes out of New York City. Okay, now you all know this past summer I spent some time in New York City, you know, just being there with my family. Listen, okay, what I want to let you know is there are reports, okay, and it has even been confirmed by New York City Mayor Eric Adams, who you've heard me talk about before many times here on the channel. The migrants in New York City, okay, I don't know about other areas, I'm specifically talking about New York City, they are going to be receiving a card, okay? I believe it's called, and please correct me if I'm wrong, I believe I saw it being called an immediate response card, okay? But it's going to be basically a prepaid, I believe, reloadable card, okay? And according to New York City Mayor Eric Adams, there were some rumors about how much money. I think one report, maybe they said they were going to get $1,000, but he being New York City Mayor Eric Adams, stated that the migrants are going to get about $13 a day on their card so that they can buy food and supplies. Okay, now again, y'all, we're talking about people, and like I said, I've reported before that it's men, women, and children, but that's not always the case. There are growing concerns that these are individuals that are coming into our country without children. Okay, so, you know, for whatever reason, they're wanting to come here, whether it's to start a new life in a different area, working, or for whatever reason. Okay, there are a lot of concerns. I've covered those concerns in other videos, but the point I want to make is these are people who, for whatever reason, or whatever real reason, are choosing to come into the country without the required paperwork documentation. Okay, they're getting free money. Now the question I want to ask is, okay, or like I've said before, you know, in America, if we're going to help others, don't forget about our own. Okay, so the question I'm asking is, wouldn't an extra $13 a day on a card help us all? Okay, and the reason why I say that is because think about gas prices, think about food prices, the cost of rent, buying a home, whatever expense that you incur. Wouldn't an extra $13 a day help you out? Okay, let me know your thoughts on this. I'm going to do some more research, and I'll go into detail about exactly how much money will be on these cards, maybe on a monthly basis, who gets them, what are the criteria. But the point I'm trying to make is that I'm assuming this program, and they have a partnership with another company to do this. I would assume that it's going to cost the tax-paying citizens millions of dollars to fund this program. Okay, but it's very concerning. And the question I want to ask is, if you're going to help one group, okay, there could be some mixed emotions. I'm not saying that people don't need help, because there's a certain humanitarian thing to do, right? But again, at the same time, if you're going to help others, don't forget about your own. Okay, what about the homeless people in New York City? Okay, what about veterans? What about elderly? Okay, what about your families there? Okay, couldn't several people, okay, we're going to talk about groups, couldn't several people benefit from assistance like that? And then there are people who, you know, they choose to work, you know, whether they work for someone else or they have their own business, they're working hard to make ends meet for their families. Okay, how do those people feel about people just coming and getting this. Now you may say, well, Andrea, you know, there are already programs, SNAP benefits, things like that to assist Americans. That's not necessarily what I'm talking about, okay? Some of those programs, while they do offer assistance, it could be a temporary situation for families. But what I'm saying is, you cannot forget your own, okay? I believe this program where the migrants are getting cars, this is very much different. Uh-oh, sorry about that, y'all. This is very much different than the assistance that is offered to our Americans here in the United States. I'm talking about the need for real solutions for us American people, okay? Talk to you all soon. I gotta go now. I hope I said something to spark your thought or cause you to share your thoughts as well, okay? Talk to you all soon. Be blessed. I'll be back with more news and commentary you can use.